Preview.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel New Basic Learning, and this video is for class 9. The video is very interesting for today. So this session is going to be very special and interesting because this particular chapter is very interesting, and this is for class 9. This is part 1. Chapter is skeleton, movement and locomotion. Before starting this video, I just want to request you that if you are new on this channel, do not forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share as much as you can, and yeah, if you have any queries or doubts regarding your concepts, then you can DM me on Instagram and Facebook, as I have mentioned the usernames of my Instagram and Facebook ID in the link in the description box. So let's start this video without wasting time. So this video is for class 9 student. The chapter is also new for you. So let's see what is a skeleton, movement and locomotion. What is a skeleton? Skeleton, as you know, that your body is made up of skeleton. What is a skeleton? It comprises of bones. You can say ligaments. Yes, ligaments, bones, cartilage, tendon, everything that comes under the bone do not mean that it does not give you shape or it does not support you. Ligament also gives you support, gives support to the skeleton or bones, you can say. Cartilage also gives support to your body, as you can, for example, the external ear, or you can say the tip of nose. This is made up of cartilage. Okay, and so we will see some points or something about this skeleton. We'll read in the for class 9 chapter skeleton. So let's see what is a skeleton. Let's see first what is movement and locomotion, because students always think that locomotion and movement are similar, but they are not. They are different from each other. Movement means, suppose I am sitting on a particular area and I am moving my hand like this. So this is the movement, not the locomotion. Locomotion means moving from one place to another place. That is a locomotion, not movement. Okay. Movement means move, or you are moving your hands on a particular area. You are sitting or standing. Suppose I am moving my hand. This is the movement. Okay. And locomotion means if I am going from place to another place. Suppose I am walking this side. So this is called the locomotion, not the movement. Okay. So this point is, I think, clear to you. Movement and locomotion. So let's see the functions of the human skeleton. So now let's see the functions of the skeleton, or you can say human skeleton. So first function is your support and shape. The skeleton gives you support and shape, or you can say the bone gives you support and shape to your body. Suppose you imagine if your fingers do not have phalanges, these small bones in your fingers, would you able to hold a pen or something else in your hand? No. Why? Why can't you hold if you don't have phalanges in your fingers? Because suppose this one, my hand, it consists of a straight bone, so we cannot move this. Okay, this bone consists of phalanges, small bones, so it can move, or it can hold something in your hand. Why? Because of the presence of phalanges in your fingers, we can hold. So it gives support and shape to your body, a definite shape to your body. Okay, then protection, it protects your body. Example, your heart and lungs are protected by a casing of rib cage, you can say. And your vertebrae column supports, your vertebrae column protects your backbone. And your brain is protected by skull. So this is the protection. It protects your body. Then movement, you can say that some bones are joined to each other on another. Okay, your bones are joined each other. Your bones are joined to each other. Okay, why? It is also joined by some muscles which originate from the bones and inserted on another. So you can move your bones. Only bone cannot move itself. The muscles also help them to move. Okay. Then your formation of blood cells, including suppose red blood cells and white blood cells, including red blood cells and white blood cells, they are formed in the hollow space of the long bones, or you can say the marrow of the long bones, including the femur. Then the bone is the storehouse of calcium and phosphorus for rest of the body. This point is the main point, that the bones are the storehouse of calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and phosphorus are needed importantly for your bones, because if the calcium would not be there in your bones, then they would be decalcified. Okay. This is the main point. You have to write this point important. This is the main point of this function of the skeleton. Okay. So this we have completed the function of the skeleton. Now let's see the constituents of skeleton. So now let's see what are the constituents of a skeleton. Constituent of skeletons are that the skeleton consists of bones, cartilages and ligament. Bones, cartilages and ligament. So bones comprises of a hard framework of the skeleton, or you can say bones are the chief component of a skeleton. It mainly consists of, or you can say it mainly contains the compound of calcium and phosphorus. Okay, so let me say one thing, that if we remove the calcium and phosphorus part by keeping a bone into a weak hydrochloric acid, then the calcium and phosphorus will be removed from that. Okay, so what that bone will be called as, it will be known as a decalcified bone, because the calcium and the phosphorus compound is being removed from that by keeping it in a weak hydrochloric acid. And if on the other hand I say, if we burn or if we heat strongly a bone, okay, if we heat the organic part strongly, then the ash only will be remain behind. So that one is the heated part. Or you can say, in the old age, the many people suffer from the you can say उनके जो वो होते हैं जॉइंट्स, वो दुखने लगते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि उनमें जितना भी कार्टिलेज होता है या फिर उनका जितना भी उसमें लिक्विड पार्ट होता है, साइनोवियल फ्लूइड यू कैन से, वो सब डिक्रीज हो जाता है, कम हो जाता है ओल्ड एज में. तो जिससे उनके जो जॉइंट्स होते हैं वो दुखने लगते हैं, दर्द होता है उनमें, क्योंकि उसमें जो वो होता है साइनोवियल फ्लूइड वो कम हो जाता है एज दे बिकम ओल्ड. सो दैट इज द बोन पार्ट. ओके, देन कार्टिलेजेस. Cartilage is the example. I can say the projecting external ears, or you can say the tip of the nose. This is the cartilage. It also supports to your skeleton, or you can say the bone part. Then the ligaments, it binds the bone together. Okay, it binds the bone together. So now let's see the bones, the classification of bones on the basis of shape and size. So it comprises of long bones, short bones, flat bones and irregular bones. What are the long bones? It consists of a shaft. Long bones consist of shaft with a knob at each end. Example, bones of arms, ribs and legs, like this one. Okay, now the short bones, it is like box-like, spongy bones, or you can say it show little movement. Okay, small bones show little movements. Example, ankle and wrist. Okay, it show only this much movement. Okay, so this is the short bone, you can see like that. Now the flat bones, it is composed of two or more parallel plates of compact bones enclosing spongy bone, like that. Example, the shoulder blade, skull and sternum. Now the irregular bones are like that. They are complex, they have complex shape, they are compact and spongy, and for example, facial bones and the vertebral bones. Okay. So this was the classification of bones. We have completed the functions, we have completed the constituents of bones, we have completed the bones on the basis of size and shape classification. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And for the next part, I will be covering the further session of that chapter. So for the next part, stay happy and stay tuned. If you like this video, do not forget to like this video and subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you for watching.